Hello everyone, welcome to a different series and different type of video on my channel. Today we're going to be starting the Craftable only series. It has, as the name implies, I can basically only use things that are crafted. Now, before I get into it, we have a few rules. Number 1, I can't use the auction house. Number 2, the armor and weapon that I will use have to be crafted and can't be bought or used as a drop or things like that. Number 3, the pets that I would use can be bought from NPCs and crafted but not used as drops. And finally, number 4, all accessories are viable. I started my profile like most people do. I chopped down the tree, I went and bridged over to the other island, and I collected the resources from the bottom of the other island. I then went to the hub, sold those resources to an NPC, and got myself a rogue sword from Jamie. I then decided that my first goal was going to be to unlock the bazaar, so for that you will need to get 3 skills up to level 7, foraging, farming, and mining. I decided to work on farming first because it's probably the quickest. I went over to the farming NPC and bought myself a rookie hoe, and then I went over farmed for a bit, realized I wanted telekinesis on that, and then I went over to the librarian to get some, but I realized the librarian doesn't sell any, so I went over to the gold mine. I realized that you need mining level 1 to get there, so I mined for a bit, then went to the gold mine and got telekinesis. After I got telekinesis, I used the hoe for a bit, and after a couple of minutes, I finally got farming level 7. After getting farming level 7, I went back to the start of the hub and sold all of my farming items to an NPC to make a couple coins. I then put those coins in the bank and went to focus on mining. I went over to the gold mine, went over to the lazy miner, and grabbed his pickaxe. I then realized that it didn't have telekinesis on it, so I went back up to put it on, but I realized I deposited all my coins back in the bank, so I had to go back to the hub, grab some coins, and then head back to the gold mine, which I used Portal Hub for. And then I got myself to mining level 7 pretty easily, though it did take a while. Now that I had just gotten mining level 7, I put all of my resources into my ender chest to save for later to sell to the bazaar once I unlock it. I then bought some sticks and I crafted a golden axe because that's the fastest axe. And then I bought some of the efficiency books from the librarian, and then I made an efficiency 5 golden axe, which, quick tip, if you do it the way I did it, was to apply efficiency 1 to an axe and then efficiency 2, 3, 4, and 5. It'll save you XP levels instead of just applying efficiency 5 to it. After I got my axe, I just went and foraged until I got to foraging 7. After getting foraging 7, I decided to go to the farming island, but I realized that I still had all of my money in my purse, so I went off to the bank because I didn't want to lose all that and deposited my money in the bank. I then went back to the farming island and started farming mushroom. Now I wanted to get 250 mushrooms in the collection to craft mushroom armor. Mushroom armor is a very, very good and cheap early game armor set because it 3 times the armor stats during night and it only requires 24 mushrooms to craft. Now that I have all the materials, it's time to craft the armor and sword that I'll be using. I'll be crafting the cleaver as my weapon because it's also very cheap and good for the price, considering you only need 4 gold. And of course, I'll be crafting the mushroom armor because it's also very good for the price. After crafting the cleaver and the mushroom armor, I decided to reforge it to get some extra stats. I didn't enchant it just yet because I did not have an enchanting table, but I will get that pretty soon in the next episode. And finally, to end off the video, I sold all of the items I got from skill grinding to bazaar, and I did a thing called NPC to bazaar flipping, which is where you buy things from the NPC and then sell them to the bazaar for profit. If you want, you can go to bazaartracker.com/NPC to look at the most profitable items. This is what I use. In doing so, I made about 70,000 coins, which is very good for someone at the stage of the game that I'm at, and for the time that I spent doing it. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. It helped me out a ton. If you could like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, because I'll do a giveaway at 500 subscribers. Anyways, I'll see you. Goodbye.